You wanted the that.
Hello,
Shavuot. How are you, Mario?
Shavuot. How are
How are you?
you?
Very good. Baruch Hashem. How was your Shabbos?
Oh, very good, very good.
Good. Nice sweater you're wearing.
Say it again.
It's a nice sweater you're wearing.
Oh, thank
Good.
you.
Yeah. Yes.
The vest, short
The
sleeve.
rest? Yeah. Okay.
So
In my country, like,
how was your trip?
it was fine. It was fine. Successful, I think. We'll
Good.
see in a couple of days to see what the outcome was, but I think it should be good.
What kind of business are you, if I may ask?
So I'm in the importing business. I import basically electronics was my background. But now it's whatever I can get my hands on to make a deal.
Oh,
So I,
okay. All right.
so I buy like
Very.
closeouts, and
Oh,
hard
I
goods.
see.
No fashion, just hard goods. So unfortunately or fortunately, the situation in China is that factories have a lot of goods on hand, cancel orders and all kinds of stupid things. So
Yeah.
there's deals to be had. So
Okay.
then you got to pounce on it when it comes. You can't.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a cousin. Her son goes to Hong Kong, but he goes twice a year, and he
Yeah.
buys from South America, and they buy a whole container of stuff. He stays there a
Right.
couple of days. He has a lady who brings all the manufacturers to her office, and they deal
Uh-huh.
there.
What
And
product? What kind of products?
any tchotchkes
Tchotchkes. Yeah.
and
Sure. We call it trinkets and trash.
that's it. That's it. And then after 6 months, he goes again, and buys for the rest of the
Another
year.
container. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of guys
For
like that.
him, it's a longer trip still. He has to come from Montevideo to San Francisco, San Francisco to Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah.
It's a long
It's like a
trip.
2-day trip.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's young guy, so it's okay.
Shavua Tov.
Shavua Tov.
Tov.
So, how's your Shabbos?
Very nice. We were in the valley.
I know, I heard. Yeah,
Yeah, very nice.
good. Things are good in the valley.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Kuf Nun Ches. Very nice weather today. It was like
Yeah,
mid 70s in the valley.
here it was cooler, but it was okay.
So we're on Kuf Nun Ches 158. The Tsurba is will be at 8 tonight.
No, the Novi.
I'm sorry, the Navi will be at 8 tonight.
Yeah.
And tomorrow we'll learn at 8 p.m. regular
Okay. Okay.
at 8 p.m.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Nofal habayis alav alishto. A bias fell on a person, he has no children. And we don't know who died first. Hi, Walter. Kufnun Ches, 158. Nofal habayis alav
Shavua Tov.
That was
A house fell on a man and his wife. We don't know who died first. Yorshe Abal Oimrim. For example, the man has brothers who are his Yorshim. Says Isha Mesa Rishon, Navachakach Mesa Baal. In that case, the husband would inherit the wife. Her assets, like the Nichse Malug, the various assets that she comes into the marriage with. And then that way, the brothers of the husband would inherit that if their brother died. But it only works if she died first. The Yorshe Isha Oimrim, let's say the Isha has sons.
March.
Harold is calling me. Harold? Oh,
there
there's,
it is.
okay. Okay. Hi, Harold, you called me.
Yeah, by accident.
By accident. Okay.
I
so
had
we're
it
on-
there, but I was going to go.
Okay, we're on 158, Kufnun Ches the Mishnah.
Very good.
Husband and wife are in a house, it collapses. We don't know who died first. If the wife died first, the husband inherits her, and therefore his heirs get all that property. The heirs of the woman, like let's say she had sons from a different marriage, claim the Baal Meis Rishon V'achar Meis Isha. Well, what does that trigger? At least it triggers a ksuba, right? When husband dies, the wife gets a ksuba. So if he died first, she would have gotten the ksuba. And then her heirs then get that amount from the estate. So Beishamai Oimrim, Yachloiku, that the heirs of the husband, the heirs of the wife divide the property. Beis Hillel Oimrim, Nechasim Becheskasim. Each asset class stays where it is. So So for example, we're going to see that, let's say a woman brings in $100,000 worth of assets, land, all sorts of things. A husband at the time of the marriage will designate a certain portion of that, let's say $10,000, which he guarantees. That's called soin barzel, like iron sheep. It means if they go down in value, he always has to give her $10,000. If they go up in value, it goes up for him. If it goes down in value, he guarantees a certain portion of the nichsei malug. That's called the tzon barzel. The other nichsei malug really belong to her. He gets to eat payros. She gets all those assets if he dies. The tzon barzel, you'll see the Gemara will have a discussion about who does that really belong to. But Beis Hillel seems to suggest that since the achrayus of the tzon barzel is on the Baal, it's considered his, and they stay where they are, unless the other party, hamotz mechaver lavaraya, the other party brings evidence that either the husband died first or the wife died first, depending on what benefit they have. Now, the ksuba is an asset that is paid from the assets of the Baal. So they stay b'cheskes yorshei Baal. And it would be the yorshim of the wife that would have to bring testimony, take it out of them. Let's say she came in with 100,000, 10,000 he designated as tzon barzel, but she has 90,000 that are clear nichsei malug. She brought that from her father's house. They belong to her. Yes, the Baal during the marriage can eat payros, but they belong to her. So b'cheskes yorshei ha'av, it goes back to her father or that family, unless they bring evidence to take it out of that place. And the Gemara actually goes through what we just discussed, b'cheskes mi. Rav Yechon b'cheskes yorshei ha'Baal, the tzon barzel, which we said that he guarantees, are considered assets of the Baal because he's responsible for it. Those are also, she brought 100,000. He guaranteed 10,000 of what she brought, but lemaisa she brought it in from her house. Reish Lakish b'shem b'kaparim yachloiku. V'chein tani bar kapara hoil v'halu boin liyorish v'halu boin. Each one comes with a valid claim, and they don't have proof one way or the other. Yachloiku. They divide those assets. New Mishnah. Nafal habayis alav al imo. A man and his mother in the house, and it collapses. They both died. We don't know who died first. The relatives of the mother, that means from her father's house, claim that the son died first. So, because normally a son inherits the mother, but they want him out of the picture because they want the assets. They claim he died first, and they yarshin the mother. The relatives of the son obviously claim that the mother died first. He was yorish, and then he died, and now the yorshim of the son get the assets of the mother. In this case, elu ve'elu moidim shiach loku. Both Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel, who argued in the previous Mishnah, here they agree that they divided. On Rabbi Kiva, moida ani bezu sha'anachasim b'cheskoson. I agree that that they should divide it. Amr ben Azai al choik. No, anu bezeh sha'anachasim b'cheskoson. There we also say each asset class stays wherever it belongs. If it's an asset that would normally be by the son, he would stay there. If it's by the mother, it would stay there. So he's arguing with the Beis Shammai, Elu ve'elu, Beis Shammai, Beis Hillel. Rav Akiva is arguing with Beis Shammai, Beis Hillel, who agreed. Comes Ben Azai, Amr ben Azai, al chalukin anu mitztarin. Listen, we are upset that Beis Hillel and Beis Shammai have to argue in anything. There was one Masorah. The Masorah got lost. Now we have a machlokas. Now they came together in one thing, Here where they agreed, you're coming to argue on them again? We have to really understand what Ben Azai is saying here. So when Rabbi Kiva says in this Mishnah that Nechasim is becheskos and becheskos mi. So Rav Ela Omar becheskos yorshei ha'em. They stay in the assets with the yorshim of the mother. Rav Zera Omar becheskos yorshei ben. Kisak Rav Zera when Rav Zera made Aliyah from Bavel to Eretz Yisrael. Kam b'shitzei Rabbi Ela. He paskined like Rabbi Ela that it was yorshei ha'em. He went back on what he previously thought. But in Bavel, Kam Rava b'shitzid Rav Zera. Rabbi held like Rav Zera that the Nechasim stay with the Yorshim of the Ben. Rav Zera, Shma Mina, Da'avira Eretz Yisrael machkim. This is the famous saying that the heir of Eretz Yisrael makes you a chacham. Rav Zera said when he came to Eretz Yisrael, he understood that the shita of Rav Ela was correct. Time of my, why should the assets stay b'cheskes yorshei ha'em? Amar Abaya, hol v'husik l'nachla b'oso shevet. She had the assets. It belonged to her shevet. We don't take it to the relatives of the son, whose father might have been from a different shevet. And Amar lo ben Azai, ala chalukin anu mitztarim. So we're upset that Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel argue in the first place, and here they come together one of the few times, and you argue on that as well. Amar Rav Simloi, Ada Amra, Ben Azai Tamid Chavich Rabbi Kiva Hava. At least what we can deduce from this is Ben Azai was a colleague. That means if he would have been a Rebbe, the Karmelite Shabbato, he would have said Shabbat Rabbeinu. So and we know that 4 people of the same generation, Nichnasu Lapardes, Ben Azai, Ben Zoma, Acher, and Rabbi Kiva. And only one came out Shalem, Rabbi Kiva. Ben Azai, one of them died, Ben Zoma became Meshigana, Acher, of course, went off the derech. But we know that they were in the same generation. And from this Gemara, it seems that he was a Talmid Chaver. They were colleagues. Rabbi Kiva was not the Rebbe of Ben Azai. Sholchu Misa. They sent from Eretz Yisrael the following halacha. Ben Shalava b'nichsei avi b'chai avi. A son borrowed from his father while the father was alive. Umeis. And the father died. The Gemara says, the halacha, b'no motz miyad lekucho. It says, if the father sold stuff, he can get it out of the people who bought it. Now, I don't understand. Zui shekosha b'dinei maminis. We don't even understand what the halacha means. What do you mean? Love my mafik. He borrowed money. He has to pay back, not to receive. It means if he's owed something, if he was owed money, then I understand that if the father sold off a piece of property to somebody else, he would have the right, if he had a pre-existing lien, to go and take it out of the hands of the lekuchos. But he borrowed money. He's a loveh. He has to pay back. What does it make a difference if the father sold things off to other people? Well, he has no claim on that. So that's number one. Lova my mafik. The old lekuchos my, and what's going on here? That there are lekuchos. That there were people who bought something from the father that you have to figure them in. And this we'll learn tomorrow. So again, tomorrow we're going to learn at 8 p.m.